Hello everyone, this is a demo video for Back Office Advisory Desk's online quoting tool for Medicare Supplement in the e-application. In order to start a new e-application, we'll start by running a Medicare Supplement quote. In order to see any e-applications that have been submitted or are currently in progress, you can click View Active to go to the e-application dashboard. We'll start by running a Medicare Supplement quote as if we're starting a new e-application. We'll enter the zip code, age, gender, tobacco status, and plan type, as well as the effective date and household discount. We'll click Get Quote. Anything we enter on this quote search screen will carry over into the e-application. We can always change it once we are in the e-application. Any of the carriers that have the e-application activated will have an Apply Now button, like this one, listed underneath the plan information. We're going to scroll down and find the Mutual of Omaha or United World Life Insurance Company. We'll click Apply Now to start the e-application. The first time you're starting an e-application for a particular carrier in a particular state, you will need to validate your either NPN or writing number depending on the carrier, as well as your first and last name. Since I've already done an e-application for this state, for this carrier, you can see that's remembered me. My test name is David Perlberg and my producer number is listed here. You would then click Continue through all of these sections of the e-application until you're finally through to the point where you can submit it. The e-application is very quick and easy to go through, but for demo purposes today and to keep the video short, I'm going to take us back to the e-application dashboard by clicking View Applications and go to an e-application I've already started. So here's the one that I just started, and here's one I started earlier. I'm going to click Edit to go back to the application, and we can always click Delete if we want to remove any applications that we don't any longer need in this application dashboard. I'll then click Edit to go into the application I'd like to resume, and you can see that the quote information carried over. So everything from the premium amount, the gender, age, tobacco status, and to get to any of the sections that I've already started or completed, I can either click this Previous or Continue button, or I can just click on the section I want to go to make it a little bit faster rather than clicking through all the sections. So here's the very first page of the application that you saw when I started the new application. You can see it asks the underwriting type, plan eligibility, the Medicare Part A and Part B effective dates, I'll click Continue here to go to the next screen. And the next section will be the applicant information. It will ask how they heard about us, the plan type. Now again, this carried over Plan G from when I ran the quote, but if for some reason I'd like to switch the plan, and if I click Plan N, you can see that the app updates in real time and it will actually change the premium amount. So it does update in real time as you make changes. The same thing goes for any of the height and weight requirements. So if there is a certain requirement that would put them into a different premium amount or a different level, it would change that premium up here. It will also ask about the tobacco status. So we said non-tobacco, but if we said yes, it would adjust the rate accordingly if that is something that would change the premium amount. So as you're going through the application, you never have to worry that something you change is going to change the premium once the policy is issued. Anything that would change the policy, the premium amount will then be reflected as you go through the application. The household discount is another example. If I were to select yes, we could add in these pieces here for the dependent question about the first and last name, the middle initial, date of birth, and resident address if I wanted to qualify for the household discount. Again, it would then update this premium at the top to reflect the household discount. In a situation where they would have underwriting information such as medications, health conditions, if we enter anything that would make the person not eligible for coverage, we will get a notification up at the top here where it says notifications, and we can view those. So sometimes a carrier may not accept the application, or they will tell us that the person cannot be issued coverage. So we would get a notification up at the top. All the Medicare information can be entered here, and it would carry over the Part A and Part B effective dates from previous sections where we entered this. The next section is previous or existing coverage information. So we can enter any of these answers here. And the next section is method of payment. So we can actually add in their banking information. So we can search their routing number, choose their bank, and enter their account information and choose what day they'd like to actually be billed. The last section we're going to see here is to be completed by producer, so we can choose where the policy is delivered, say that we have accurately recorded this information, and that we interviewed the proposed applicant. We can also add in any notes to underwriting or upload any documents such as notice of termination, and then choose those files. Once we've entered everything, we'll click Verify Application. And then in order for the applicant to sign the information, we have two options. So we're going to review all of this information before signing. We can also go back and edit any sections that we need to change any information, and then we'll go ahead and lock and e-sign. We can also print for signature if you want to do a mail-in app, but since it's an e-application, generally you're going to want the e-signature. We'll go ahead and consent here after we agree to all of these statements above. We'll click Continue. And then if we're in the same physical location, we can do the applicant provides identifying information, which is the mother's maiden name and last four of the social security number. If we are not in the same physical location, we will do an email signature link, which is why we want to double check the email we enter at the beginning of the application. The email will then be sent to the applicant. They will receive two pieces of information, a link and a verification code. All they need to do is click on that link and enter the verification code and consent to the application, and then they're done with the application. So it's very simple. I'm not going to actually apply and sign this application today because I do not actually want to submit this application. But once we click Sign Application, it will say thank you for submitting the application. And when we go back to the application dashboard, we can view the policy number and it will say submitted. You can see here that it says consented because I did not actually submit the application. Again, all applications will be listed here for a predetermined amount of time depending on the carrier. We can always edit the application or download the PDF version of the application once it's submitted, or we can click delete to remove the application out of here. We can also search by first and last name to find any applications that are in our dashboard. To get back to the tool dashboard, we'll click Dashboard up at the top, and this is where we begin the video where you are signed into the quoting tool.